Welcome you all once again. We can start the next class of communication. We already studied one class earlier. Now we reach to explain about some other things which is related to the first class itself. Communication processing, that is verbal and non-verbal and objectives of communication. We can go through verbal, non-verbal, objectives of communications. Now we start with verbal. Verbal means with words. So which way we can use? One is oral. First one is oral, means way of communication through speaking, using our mouth. We are giving message or giving communication to one person to another person, or one person to a group of person. That is the oral, through mouth. Okay, speaking or lecturing, all the things. Now second one is written, that is the way of communication through writing. Writing is the another important factor which help us to give message to one person to another person. We can see the mail, using sending mail, email IDs, and sending mail to one person to another. That is the way of communications, and many other messages, SMS, and many things are there, sending messages. Okay, so in verbal there are two kinds. One is oral, we already explained, that is through speaking or through mouth, and second one is written, the way of writing, to give the communication to one person to another person. Shall we move to the next slide? And next one is the non-verbal. That means not using that what we said earlier is quite different. Okay, there is no writing, there is no speaking. Okay, so what are the other factors which help us to give the communication in next level? Okay, so first one, kinesis is the body language. What is body language means? We can give some ideas or communication to gestures or the facial expression or by body, and by showing some action with the help of our body. That is the body language we can show. Now we can explain one example regarding one cricket play, or something like the football or whatever. Maybe the referees are giving some action with their hands. Is it out, the ball is out, or the batsman is out in the cricket, mean they will show the finger up. These are kind of body language. Okay, and now we can go to the next one, haptics, touch language. What is touch language means? Touch language means using our body again. That is a touch language. Shake hand, that means that is one kind of communication, giving to one person to another person, or patting on the back side of the person, that is showing a love. These are called the touch languages. Third one, proxemics, space language. What is space language? That is a distance. If one teacher and a student is standing nearby, we can understand there is a gap between. There is a particular distance which is to talk with one person or giving communication. There is a centimeters, or the some distance will keep. From the distance we can understand what is the language is going on. A mother and child means it is very close relations. So he will pat or he will hug and will talk. That is the space distance. We can then only she will talk to his child. But father, and the same way, nearby to his or her his child, and mother to her child. And when two friends are walking, there is a distance is there. Some closeness will understand from the distance or the space between the two persons. Okay. The next one, artifacts environmental. Using surrounding to convey. That is the natural communication. What is natural communications? That means from the appearance we can understand to convey the language. One person, we can see one example. I think one saint is moving. We never want to know he is a saint, but appearance of his dressing, we can understand he is a saint. Or a nun is going. We are not familiar with that person, but just with the dress code, we can understand she is a nun. Okay. Or some car or houses looking very luxurious from the long distance, we can analyze, oh, that person who is sitting inside is a rich person. Or one person is going very luxurious vehicle. I'm looking at the appearance, we can understand he is in a particular status person. That is called the artifacts environmental. Okay. Then next one, chronemics, time language. What is time language? Time language means one person is very punctual. One example, that is a quality. Okay, that is a time language, keeping up personality. Or one person have lot of patience to hear. That is a what kind of a time of patience to keep up on to grab something from some person or to do some work. This is called the chronomics. That one also shows some communication, what kind of person. And the next one, 6, olfactics. Olfactics, we can see actually we are getting some communication with our sense organs, we can see, that is silence. Now there is, we could say, we just reaching to the class or our school, there is pin drop silence. Then when we understood that as the teacher must be there. And sign, just showing a signboard to the right side or left side of your road, we can understand, yes, hum is coming nearby or the bridge is nearby. And next one, through the smell, a smell of frying fish or something getting there, we can understand, yes, the fish is frying there. Or getting a smell of a flower, jasmine or something, we can say, yes, jasmine is selling some other, or the shop is nearby. These are the olfactics. And last one is the paralanguage. Paralanguage is the vocalic through sound from oral type, but there is no languages by hooting and whistling. That is, we can say the primitive persons, primitive people are using like this, and children's also like this. Children's also giving some sound before the talk and all, how to study the language and all. They are making some noise to understand. The mother will know. Like that is, and the hooting, that is called the primitive people or the people who are living in the jungles or those who are going for hunting and all. They will not talk. They will give some signals. That kind of is language is called the para language. Now, objectives of communication. Okay, what are the objectives and how the communication will success? How it will go on? Okay, first one is dynamics. What is dynamics? That means in a communication it is non-stoppable. If you talk something, uh, whatever the subject you already spoke, there is a connection in between and we can go through. There is no stop there. It is non-stop. And next one, to get or give information. For the objectives of the communication, what is the next one? To get or give. One thing is you can receive the communication or the information through communication. Otherwise, you can give information. Take or give. Both things are happening in a communication process. And through the communication, what are the other things we can do? Instructing somebody. We need a communication. That means now the teachers are guiding the students or advising students. Their communication is needed. Without a communication, only we cannot guide them. Communication is giving a message or something you want to give. That is the advice. Suggestion. So suggestion you want to give some oral or non-verbal something, verbal or non-verbal something is needed. Communication, then only it will go. Or the military forces are commanding, giving command to the army persons. There is a instruction is there to the students or maybe army or the police, whatever, maybe or air force, and proceed to agree. These are the steps. These are the things going on through the communication. The last one, effective communication. How it will become an effective communication? If the process is completed and objectives fulfill. What are the objectives already given earlier? That are dynamics, to get or give information, instruct, advise, suggestion, request, proceed to agree. If these all things will fulfill or the process completed means the communication is effective. That means these are the factors that help us to make the communication effective. I think this class is very small. I think you are happy to hear and
listen carefully and go through once again. Okay, no problem. Your support always be there, and please subscribe this channel. Don't forget it. Thank you, all of you.